Hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches of Doodle Notes and welcome to part 4 of the Meowth TutLapse series. This is the final part of the series, and in this part I'll be showing to you how I gave Meowth a facial rig. So yeah, this part I think would be for slightly advanced users because yeah, it's in this part I actually experimented a lot, and yeah, you'll be seeing it in the video. So yeah, let's just do this. So yeah, resuming from the previous part, here I'm just cleaning up the weights of Meowth's ear before really starting on the face. But you know, no, the ears is actually part of the head, which technically is part of the face, I think. But yeah, right here I'm just fixing the bones, the weights on his ears, and just making sure that it's not influencing other parts of Meowth's head there, especially the whiskers. So right now I'm putting a bone right next to his eyes. That would control the pupil of his eyes, so that he would be able to look at stuff. So yeah, here, I don't mind that. I was just a mistake picking up the verdicts, but yeah, just making sure it's aligned. That joint right there is aligned to the pupil, and you're gonna see later on why that bone is like slightly slanted and it's not straight. Mostly on some other joints you'll see it's straight, but I'm planning something for the eyes, and you'll see it later. But here, this is the part where I experimented on it. His lip part. On my other models, I always, when it comes to the lips, I always do it with shape keys. But here, I did not use shape keys to move his lips. I used his bones, and I'm gonna be weight painting that part of the lips there to follow those bones later on. And this is an experiment that I want to do for the lips, so that if you have a bone controlled mesh, it's easier. I mean, it's more flexible. You'll be able to have more control to it. But it really depends on how you rig it, I think. But yeah, this is a test. I tried doing it. It's one of the ideas that I thought of, and I figured, hey, I'm just gonna try and do it with Meowth here, and it worked. I think it worked, but not in a way that I expected it to be. Maybe I didn't do. Maybe it needs more refinement. But yeah, it worked for the most part. You can watch the animation of Meowth, by the way. On the descriptions. The link will be in the description below, or there will be an annotation right here coming up. Yeah, here. Those bones would control Meowth's eyelids to make them close. And for the eyelids, I actually used shape keys. You'll be seeing that later on. So yeah, that would be, where the eye, that would be the IK for the eye. So that thing would follow the eye, and you'll see what's the point of that later on when I'm putting on the bone constraints. But yeah, here I'm just putting some bones on his face, and the parts of the face, the tongue too, inside the mouth. Putting some bones inside there for the tongue, and I'll be putting bones later on for the uvula as well. But I did not end up animating the uvula. Maybe I'll end up animating the uvula on a later animation. By the way, you can make a request on stuff that you want to do, on stuff that you want Meowth to do. You can make a request on what other stuff you want him to do, except for what I did. As I mean, you can make animation requests to make it simple. I'm really terrible at explaining stuff. Yeah. You can make animation requests for Meowth. The link will be in the description below if you want to. If you just want to see him move in your own terms, just follow the FMR rules. I call it fan mode request, FMR for short. Just follow the rules, and I may grant you your request for animation of Meowth. So yeah, here just making sure everything's parented properly, and then. Here, what I'm doing is grouping the bones in different layers so that they won't be so cluttered in just one layer. Here, I'm just putting them on the different layers, and then making sure that the layers are I'm just making sure that they're grouped together, so that I can hide some bones or show some bones using those bone layers right there. And I think it's very important to arrange your bones on different bone layers, just so you could hide bones or show bones. You know, just here I just left the facial bones. I hid all the other bones on a different. All the other bones in different layer, different bone layer, not the layer on the, not the main layers tab, but the bone layers. I've applied constraints. I mean, applied automatic weights. If you want to apply automatic weights on a newly added bones, by the way, all you need to do is to hide all the other bones, then select the bone, select the mesh, select the bone, and then automatic weights, so that all the other bones that you've already weighted on, it will not be affected. You just have to hide them before, you know, doing the process of automatic weighting again. Doing the process of automatic weights again. So yeah, here I'm just trying to remove some of the influence of the lip bones that I applied. Lips don't really have bones, but for our 3D character here, it needs a lip rig. And it's actually working fine. You can check out the model. It's free for download. The link will be in the description below. So yeah, here I'm just trying to like rig it, trying to make the lips properly, working properly. So yeah, I want to be able to open the mouth based on the rig, you know. I think it needs more work too, but for the most part it works. I can't just make Meowth, you know, make that, you know, when Meowth opens his mouth on the 2D, you know, on a cartoon, his mouth is like opening at the middle, right? It's not really opening like a real mouth, where, yeah, maybe because here I just tried to make his mouth, a model of his mouth like a human thing, where the top side of the lips meets the bottom side of the lips. Yeah, here that's how Meowth opens his mouth, right there. Here I'm just setting up some constraints to properly, here I'm figuring out how I can move the lips properly. How can I move the lips? How can I move the jaw? You know, how can I move the lips to follow the jaw? One of the things I figured out is putting another bones right there on the middle of each joints of the lip bones. Those would be the ones that would be moving, and then I will just be parenting the other bones so that they would follow that thing right there. Also putting a stretch to constraint on those bones. That's why I said this thing is a slightly advanced TutLapse, because some of you might not know how to add those constraints. But don't worry, in the future I'll be creating a separate tutorial for this once I've really perfected this. This is not really a perfect rig, but it's an experiment. But yeah, someday, you know, in the future, I'll be doing a tutorial, an in-depth tutorial on doing this once I've mastered doing it. But for now, just a time lapse, because I'm not really confident on teaching you something that's still under experiment. Yeah, the purpose, like I said, the purpose of the TutLapse is not to really teach you something, but to just show you how I did stuff, and hopefully you're gonna get something from it. Even if I'm just showing you, it's not really like teaching you something, it's just sharing to you the stuff that I did, which might help you. Or if it won't, then it's fine. At least I've showed you something. You know, it's also one of my things of recording my progress. You know, maybe years from now, things will be changing. I mean, I'd be more, you know, I'd have learned a lot 3 years by now. For now, 3 years from now. So yeah, things will change. And yeah, this is my way of just recording stuff, you know, just probably making a comparison in the future. Yeah, also to show you how I did stuff, how I did the Meowth model, for those of you who are willing. But yeah, I actually want to like want to follow Ryan Connolly from Film Riot. You know when he wants his audiences to see to like make his audience feel like they're part of the production, like sharing to them everything that's happening. I also want to do that here on Doodle Notes. If there's anything I'm doing, I want you to be a part of the process of how I did stuff. Just to, I don't know, share. I want to share to you every part of the journey that I did as I do stuff here in Doodle Notes. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my main channel yet, that's where I'll be uploading all the main contents, which are the short animations, short films, live and animated. So yeah, just head over there. The link will be in the description below if you're interested, or you can click the annotations that will come out. Yeah, here, I'm just gonna let you watch, probably observe, use your super eye to determine what's happening. But yeah, here pretty much I'm just doing the same things over and over again. Just adding the stretch to contains, making sure that the bones will follow the jaw properly. That was a difficult thing. That was actually something that took me some time to figure out. But I figured it out. Like I said, I'll be doing a tutorial about that in the future, but for now, in the future, if I mastered it, but for now, it's just this. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you watch now as I finish rigging this. And I'll just come back if there's something interesting or something that I have to tell you that's important. So yeah, keep watching. So yeah, right here, you can actually already see the results of the lip rig. You can already, kinda get the idea of what I'm doing if you actually don't have any idea what is it. Yeah, here you can actually see it already. You can move the lips the way you want. Now, with without any limitations. But like I said, this thing is still experimental. I still need to finalize it before I could actually create a real tutorial for it. So yeah, I'm gonna let you watch again because there's nothing really I don't know. I think I don't need to talk for the most part of this. Just let you observe if you're interested in this kind of thing. Yeah, if you have any questions below, if you have any questions of the things that you're confused with, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them. So yeah, just keep watching. Oh yeah, at this point, I'm actually trying to create, I added a transformation bone constraint, just trying to make that part of the lips there to follow the side of the lip right there, that bone right there. Just trying to set up a constraint to make it follow properly. Just look at me, like trying to set up the perfect, just enough settings, just a decent setting so that it follows the lips properly. So yeah, but yeah, that's just what I'm doing right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you watch again. So yeah, the lip part I think is almost done here. As you can see, you can make him smile just by, you know, just by like, rigging it this way. Actually, the inspiration that I got this kind of, I got the inspiration of doing this from looking at a video of TutLapse rig and how his mouth is rigged in a way that, you know, it's rigged with the bone. That's why it's, you know, there's low limits to how far you move it. And although this is far from that, it's actually kind of like that. Because I think you can, like, if you want to, you can pull that lip so far. If you, yeah, you can check out the model and try to, you know, check it out yourself how this thing works. Download it from the link in the description. Just check out this lip rig going on. So yeah, here I'm just setting up some constraints so that the bones can follow. That will follow that bone right there. But yeah, you can actually individually, you know, move them. But I want to add those constraints so that, you know, you don't have to, like, every time you move the lip, you have to move one by one. Yeah, at this point you can see the, like, you can see the results of my experiment on the lip rig. I did not really watch any tutorials for this one. This is something that I tried to figure out myself. Maybe there's someone else has done this already, I don't know. But here we're moving on to the eyes, adding right here I'm actually editing a lot on the eyes. Yeah, here I'm creating shape keys for the face, and this is my old method for moving the face using shape keys. Just, you know, if you're an experienced Blender user, you'll know what shape keys does. But yeah, shape keys just basically, you know, add some different, you know, different shapes for the face. You can like, if the eyelids are open on the basis mesh, for the eyelash upper that L, if you look at the shape keys panel right there, if you like, if you create another shape key with the eyelash, if you want to create another shape key with the eyelash closed, you can do that. You can add shape keys. And of course, I got this one from a tutorial, by the way, an advanced face rig tutorial. I think it's still from David Ward. Yeah, I learned a lot from David Ward, and he's probably, and after watching some of his tutorials, I actually, like, you know, I did not watch that much tutorials anymore on the characters, but I still have to learn on the environment and stuff. But yeah, there's David Ward has a more detailed, complete tutorial about this on his advanced rigging tutorial. I'm gonna try looking for that video and put it in the description below so you can watch it. I think he explained it pretty well there. So yeah, about what these shape keys are doing. But yeah, here you can actually see already what I'm trying to do with the shape keys. And later on, you're gonna see me how I'd be able to connect that on the bone by adding drivers. But yeah, if you want a more detailed tutorial on a normal speed, you can watch the video that I'll try to find, and you'll be able to watch it by going to the description below. Just look for it. I'll be providing links there on some tutorials, but because, you know, yeah, I don't mind pointing you to other tutorials, because there's a lot of tutorials out there. What I mind though is that you're not learning anything. If you're not learning anything from my videos, then by all means go to other videos, because you need to learn something. You need to learn, and that's, I think, the purposes of why we make tutorials, why I make tutorials, just to share my methods, just to share, you know, some stuff to you, that you see how I did stuff, with the hopes of you learning something from it. Yeah, if you're not getting anything from this, you can just head over to the tutorials that I'll be referring to on the links below. So yeah, or you can click the annotations if it comes out. But yeah, here I'm just adding shape keys, trying to add that eyelid close. I think I don't want to do it the same with the lips, you know, using a mesh, using a bone, and then just waiting, just putting some weights, applying it to the bone. I don't want to do that because it's gonna look ugly, and it won't really be. It's just gonna make me more. It's just gonna give me more headaches. Whereas if you use shape keys, you're gonna be able to manipulate the mesh properly so that it would look, you know, the way you want it to look, and not hope for the rig to like move it in a way that you won't expect it to look like that, because the rig, you know, it really depends on how you rig it. If you're a really talented rigger, then you could probably do this with a bone connected to it without the shape keys. But in my case, I want the eye part to have shape keys. Yeah, here I actually repeated it because I made some adjustments on the basis mesh, so I repeated the whole thing again. That's what you have to. I think to make the eyelids close properly, what you need to do is model the character's eyes on a rest pose. You know, like kind of like the droopy eye, sleepy eye pose. You're gonna have to model the character that way, so that the eyelids won't hit the eye. Because sometimes if you like put the character on a wide, the eyelids are opened on a complete position. When you try to close it using shape keys, there's instances where the middle volume of that shape key, the mesh will, like the eyelid mesh will like go inside the eyeball mesh, and you can actually avoid that by modeling the basis model, the rest pose of the model into like the rest pose of the eye into like the droopy, boring eyes, like bored eyes. You need to model it that way before adding the shape key. And you're probably gonna have to create shape keys of the eyelids going up and down. But yeah, here I'm just creating shape keys at this point, so I'm just gonna let you watch as I do that, and I'll be coming back later if there's anything I want to share with you. So yeah. And also for the eyes, instead of letting the bones control the eyes movements, instead of putting some weight paint on it, I decided to just do it with shape keys, because Meowth's eyes is not a perfect sphere. So yeah, I can't really do that bone, that rig where you like let the bones control the eye mesh. I can't do it with Meowth, because Meowth's eyes are not really on a sphere shape. Yeah, I just decided to like use shape keys to move Meowth's eyes, and then just parenting them together. I'm just adding drivers to them. Here, I'm adding drivers, and like I said, there are tutorials out there that would talk about this in much detail. The link will just check out the links in the description below to find those tutorials. So I'm not gonna discuss it right here, because tutorials about this already exists. This is also, I'd be able to not create another thing that already exists. I don't want to do that, because I want to be able to give back to where I've taken the knowledge, and in order to do that, of course, I'm gonna need to point you to the ones where I got the knowledge. I'm not gonna try to create that same tutorial here. You can just head over to his tutorial, and if there's anything you want to see from here, just head back here, because some of the things that I did here are experimental too. And also, those tutorials are older versions of Blender, and there's probably some functions that are not there anymore that I'm probably doing right here. But yeah, if you have any questions, again, just ask on the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them. Yeah, right here I'm just adding drivers, and yeah, I'm just gonna let you watch now, because I'll just be repeating the same process over and over again. But yeah, keep watching. So yeah, at this point, the Meowth model is really finished. Like, I'm only adding the final few touches, like the brow movement, just to make Meowth go angry or sad, or you know, just with the eyebrows, make him go angry or worried, all those kind of things. But yeah, that's the final thing that I did for Meowth here, the final feature or something that I did for Meowth, and after that, yeah, it's finished. So yeah, this is the end. Of course, I still made some few changes, but not that much. Just a few tweaks on the settings and the model, just to make sure it looks good. But yeah, like I said on the previous parts, you can do that by yourself. If there's anything you want to edit, you know, just don't hesitate to experiment. Yeah, my final note will be don't hesitate to experiment. Don't always follow the entire video. You know, I think one of the best tutors out there would tell you the same things. To just experiment, explore things yourself, because that would really help you grow on whatever it is you're practicing. Yeah, this is the end of the video. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you've learned something from this. Thank you so much for like reaching this far. Like I said, this TutLapse videos are videos that I do to not necessarily teach you something, but to show you how I did stuff, and hopefully you get something from it. But yeah, if you want to watch the previous part of this series, you can click the annotation right there, the lower video right there. If you want to watch Meowth move, you can click the upper annotation above the previous part video. Also, in that video, you can make a request. You can head over, you can find a link there to make an animation request. If you want Meowth to do other stuff, you can make an animation request by going over to that video. Also, if that video, the animation of Meowth, reaches 100 likes, I'll be modeling another Pokemon. So yeah, just don't hesitate to leave a like when you watch that. Also, the Meowth model will be available for download for free. The link will be in the description. Just examine it yourself or create animations with it yourself. Don't forget to share it on the comments below if you've created animations with it. I really would love to see what you end up doing with Meowth. So yeah, if you want to see more stuff, more Doodle Note stuff, consider subscribing. If you want to see more TutLapse of other characters, just subscribe, explore my channel. There's a lot of stuff here. Also, if you want to watch shorts, animated shorts and films, live and animated, you can, head over to my main channel. That's where I'm going to be uploading those things, my main contents. So yeah, explore the social media sites that I have. If you want to be updated on more Doodle Notes, or you can head over, you can check out my vlog to know what Doodle Notes is, know more about me, what my plans are. Just head over there if you want to know, if you're interested. But yeah, that is all. Thank you so much for watching the video. My name is MJ Vilches of Doodle Notes, bringing forth awesomeness to glorify the awesome. Over and out.